You want to help me with something?
Maybe. Hopefully.
Not right here, but how many guys do you have that come in every day to your shop every morning?
13.
Plus, besides you, who else? Do you have any assistants or anything that's not included in that?
I have a maintenance supervisor
Okay,
and a office manager, admin assistant.
I'm just trying to get a head count is what it is. I'm not asking for any ulterior motives or anything.
There's a total, including me, there are 16.
Okay,
We have one FTE that's custodian, but it's not big.
okay,
So you have 16 total.
all right. After school's out, I was just gonna bring breakfast up there one day. That's why I was asking. Did I
We
get,
appreciate that.
yeah, well, I mean, I gotta do something. My name's turning to mud among all the staff members, but the community thinks everything's wonderful though now. But did I get not me, but I mean, I received it in the mailbox with Sally and I, a graduation announcement for your daughter?
Yes.
She is so beautiful.
Miss Schubeck is probably one of the most pivotal teachers in my daughter's academic life. It was fifth grade.
Mhm.
She taught her some skills and tools that has served her well to the point where she didn't take one AP class. She played tennis. She played lacrosse. She played in the orchestra.
Oh,
excelled in
wow.
all of them. Still is in the top 5 of
Oh my gosh. Gosh, you have got to be so proud.
a lot of that, I remember she learned. Your wife challenged her for the first time and taught her the skills. Not only challenged her, but taught her the skills.
Really.
So a lot of her good habits in school came from fifth grade.
I will pass that information on to her. Especially when kids graduate, it's a huge accomplishment because they've spent so many years of their lives, not just the 13 years that they're in the classroom. I mean, their summers, they're learning throughout the summer vacation and through the breaks. And before they even get into kindergarten, it's all constant learning. And their minds have got to be mush just about when the time graduation comes around. So anybody who makes it to that end, that's what touches my heart.
All right. How are you?
started the scholarship, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, well, we'll come up with a plan, or she might be able to just email it out.
Ask her, can we email it out to the members? Because I'm at school board meeting tonight, and because usually this is the third weekend is what this is the third weekend, and normally it's a second for us, but it's kind of like a third Tuesday, so that's why y'all kind of, third weekend. That's why it's different.
Okay, I'll tell her.
Okay, and so I tried to call her. Okay, all right. So that's maybe what she meant. Oh, yeah. Do that for me. Yeah, I can call you later. Cause, bye. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Well, I didn't understand. I have told y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all just like I told everybody. No, but I'm telling you, we did. I stopped. You know, like we had, I found out, now I don't say much, I'm cool, I'm sitting here, I would have done the next time. I won't say that I belong, because he was questioning us about taking stuff from architects and all of that. Then he was trying to make a big thing on that guy. So I called him up. Y'all was in Joe, when I was looking at it, as he comes school board to stay, I told him, kind of, I said, don't do that. Don't call. I'm on that board. Don't call. No ask him about no that he taking things from the ethics. Oh yeah. And he get ready. I started with that too. I don't play now. I don't say much. I don't get ready to put his tail back in place. You saying I'm a sinner because I told him I won't say anything. Because the school board, they don't discuss it. That's not, that if they have a round. He get me before that. And I'm stopping it, that's why I'm here. I'm trying to work Jack and I here. I said, don't do that. Oh, you see, don't get both of them. Now, he didn't tell me, he told her, because she could communicate. He don't communicate with me like that, because he's not crazy. But when I found out that what was going to him, he put his name out. He even got to school. See, he didn't know us in trouble, you know that. You know that. I got that in trouble. And I'm nervous because I was at school board, I went to, I would never say anything, because that's not, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. No, you don't do that. I was so embarrassed. I just didn't have to say I had to hear it. My brother said, you're going to have to pay for it. I said, no, they don't have to come back. They'll take you show. But he said, I forget. I noticed. He didn't tell me. But, you know, I was stopping. But I'm trying to stop it so that they would be alert to us. If a competition to somebody, for us to be careful to people to still stop.
This is it, Colin.
Wonderful.
Bring it in the camera.
I am, my photographer's coming behind me.
Let me. So are you staying for the whole meeting? What's your game plan? So that I can kind of.
Where did these kids?
Okay.
That's all.
All right. So So we are, let's do this, Colin. Let me get you to set up right here. I will move this one chair, but we have our retiree ceremony here. This is packed house, I really can't afford that. I like to move a lot. Our retirees and their spouses are here today. They're kind of the superstars of the show today. Okay, you're welcome to sit right here, sir. Okay. It just, so the WSP has been set up here. Just wanna keep that in mind. I'm not sure. I suspect nine. They're just your first. Well, I gave him that spot.
All right, so two things I'm expecting on here are videos from my room.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Hello? Yes. Yes. Yeah, you got it. I'll send it right. Right. But I think he can, if he updates the presentation, as long as you're not in it, it will.
We can update it. You got it.
I'll let you do it.
Oh, and I think you saw last time, right click the video.
Okay.
So, right click this, and then right click on this black image, and it'll play video.
Yeah, oh, I know. Hey, y'all. Jason, you know that link that I shared with you?
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna do it. As quick as I can. The less the better.
All right, we're close to them.
I've got the document, if, you know, anybody has to, you know, who's changed jobs since they've been in, I've got that. To reception. I went and I feel like I'm gonna fall out. We have good meeting down there. I just don't know.
Oh, yeah, yeah, the reception's packed.
I'm sure. Nobody's looking.
All right, it's not playing this time, so I'll just.
The presentation for Kids Got Talent is just either course or is it,
It's the most big elementary.
Hello, I'm Jennifer from Golden Springs Elementary. Our fourth and fifth grade honor choir had a very successful year. We were invited to sing at the Spartanburg County Department of Veterans events, the National Traveling Vietnam Memorial Wall of Veterans Day ceremony, Babies at Christmas,
Oh,
and
well, she was singing her, she was out there working at times singing.
it was.
Yeah, she's been practicing all day with them. And then you have.
Is that loud enough?
I'm sorry, yeah.
Could be a little bit louder, but that's just me.
Both are at 100,
I'm hardly hearing.
so I don't know if we can do too much about it.
Gotcha.
Changes are coming.
The changes are coming.
Praise the Lord, that's good.
That's just something I can.
Morning, Sandblackers, and Carolina Sunshine.
Nothing could be harder than to be in Carolina in the morning. No one could be sweeter than my sweet Susanna.
You said, I logged out, I listened to you.
How y'all doing?
Doing good, sir. Want to make sure you can see the reception. We got it laid up pretty good.
All right.
You actually have retired this.
I do have one.
Sir. Right that way.
Who's the person?
That same one from last year? But here,
They'll be done there in like 10 minutes. I'll try. Maybe look at my old- All right, so that was the presentation. I'll switch.
and then one last one, yes, very end. Well, two.
These two videos for the programs.
Yes, we have that's needed. Placeholder, slideshow for retirees, they come first, and then introduction of new administrators, Schweiker, and Coach Chapel.
Okay, so after we're done with Carlos, come over and go to the slide.
Yes.
And Carlos is part, that's when we're going to like positive.
Yes, I'll just stand here with the picture.
Okay, so we'll let that crowd kind of throw out for a minute. So you'll come over here and we'll start with this.
Well,
Jason, I'm gonna give you an updated list. Are you gonna be there?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you an updated list of Kathy on how to print it out. Okay, you need a copy?
Yes.
All right, so what I'll do then is when this is finished, I'll just put it back on that placeholder slide. And then it'll be ready for you to take back over.
You got the two administrators, and the structure. And then you got three videos.
So, which one's the, this one? Or two?
video?
Thank you, guys. Well.
Oh, and how long you been in the area, man?
The day after Christmas from my parents' house in Maryland.
Oh,
So I did it for my
5 months.
Yes.
From Maryland. Like it?
I love the snow. It's warmer. There's no snow. Mostly it's warmer.
Yeah.
Younger people.
Maryland can get kind of hot though. Sometimes, right?
Maryland can get hot. I moved here from Iowa. Started from DC7. Moved to Iowa for a job in Illinois. And did that for 9 months. Went to go to nursing school. Applied to nursing school. Got this job. Surprise interview. Moved from Maryland, DC suburbs to here. Day after Christmas.
Man, it must be nice to be able to just move around. I can't make that decision like that before college. All right, good to go. Yes, yeah, we'll have our. No, years, how many years?
That will count for retirement.
And are you going to do the old system? Oh.
Sir.
Oh, I love
That was
that.
your dress. Same, like matching.
Mr. C, Mr. McKillop.
Thank you so much.
I know you. I'll put it on.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I've lost a few.
It's not good.
Yeah, clear.
I'm trying not to get too close to people.
We're gonna hold off until we do this. But I'd like to try to get that scheduled.
But I didn't think it did.
I don't think so. Let's see, I looked at it in July. It was, well, our end, there's nothing in there, so I'm gonna reach out to them and see if that would work.
How are you?
I changed it, so the picture I came out, I changed just a little bit. Just that focus in this there, it's instead of on behalf of the board as spokesperson.
Yeah, I like to do that.
Does anybody highlight
Yeah. These are brothers or what?
What is nice? What springs from those?
Absolutely nice.
Yes,
sir.
also go ahead and turn these on.
Are you distributing this? Yeah. Well, you can use your discretion if you want to do it now or later.
I think there was something, well, we're not sure. Carl's gonna double check, see if anybody had one that not it. But we'll double check, make sure that So, yeah, for yours, so. Once I go.
This again, I had to go get a seat back today. I know I tried to stay away from people's personal spending. Unless you have work. That's right. Or whatever you want. I help when yeah.
Mr. Brooks.
You just wait. Okay. Well, they're gonna need it. What I might do is ask them.
Okay. schedule. I don't give you a specific case. I don't think that's everybody.
Yeah, somebody already posted with her son, and I didn't take pictures, but yeah.
Do we have some customized pictures?
I would like to talk about it, we have all-
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I still have 100% make a mind up, but I'm thinking that, I'm thinking that one person. Yeah. Mhm. Thank you very much. Step back over this.
I watched the video. It's like easier. I haven't watched any games yet. It's like maybe on average.
Yes.
That's what we had was a season where we went up 3-2, we played all great.
This is Coach Chapel, he's the other administrator.
Hey guys, how are y'all? Good to see you.
Something that she's always, you know, was is relatively new. I don't know where she got it. She started to do something. That's now she's big bad. Is it? No. We're gonna
Very good. Okay.
She's gonna be with She's gonna be with so I have no idea how
Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming out tonight. For Two's Got Talent tonight, we have a wonderful honors choir from Bowling Springs Elementary School, led by Miss Janet Curry. Turn it over to the choir from Bowling Springs Elementary. Hello, I'm Janet Curry from Bowling Springs Elementary. Our fourth and fifth grade honor choir had a very successful year and were invited to sing at the Spartanburg County Department of Veterans events, the National Traveling Vietnam Memorial Wall Veterans Day Ceremony, Dickens for Christmas, and many others. We'd like to share some songs that are close to our heart from our annual South Carolina program. If you know them, sing along. This evening, we'll present Carolina in the Morning, Sandlapers, and Carolina Sunshine.
Nothing could be finer than to be in Carolina in the morning. Now with cookie speeches and my speeches when I meet her in the morning. Morning glory, around the door, whispering pretty stories. I long to hear once more. Strolling with my girlie when the dew is early, early in the morning. Flutter up and kiss me, twinkle, buttercup at dawning. If I had a life for only a day, I'd make a wish and here's what I say. Nothing could be finer than to be in Carolina in the morning. Nothing could be finer than to be in Carolina in the morning. No one could be speaking than my speaking when I meet her in the morning. When the morning glory went around the door, whispering pretty stories, I long to hear once more. Strolling with my girlie when the dew is early, early in the morning. Butterflies will flutter up and kissing twinkle, rain. Carolina sunshine, Carolina rain. Hear my country calling, come on home again. Come and taste the gladness, come and feel the pain. Carolina sunshine, Carolina rain.
At this time, we are going to recognize our district retirees. And go ahead, Mr. Brooks.
Test, test, test. All right. Greetings, everyone, and thank you for joining us for our 2024 Retiree Celebration Recognition Program. I'm not sure lobby area, but educators plant seeds, and we cannot determine where or when what we've done with those seeds will actually show up, because we plant them and we may not fully see them develop. But ultimately, the role we play in cultivating those seeds, our kids, is immeasurable. And as I say that, I say to celebrate our retirees this evening and recognize their labor love for their umpteen years of service to the district, not just our district, but some other districts as well, because this is a labor of love that they put into their body, mind, and soul. And you, as your spouses, friends, family members, you all also play a role in that, because I can remember going home and bringing acres on the weekend, and I'm sure your spouses have done that as well throughout their career. And last but not least, each of our retirees makes a difference in the lives of kids every day. Even if they don't see that, because, as we said, we plant those seeds, and some kids need more cultivation than others. And then once we see that growth in them, that's when we know we've made a difference. So these are difference makers for 2024, and each of you matters. We'll start the program this evening highlighting each of our 2024 retirees. Our first retiree is Denise Birchfield, receptionist, Boiling Springs Elementary School, 18 years of service. Next, Jim Boyles, Spanish teacher, Chazy Middle School, 20 years of service. Next, Ruth Dodds, teacher assistant, Hendricks Elementary School, 26 years of service. Next, Allison Elliott, math teacher, Boiling Springs High School, 28 years of service. Next, Andrea Fennicombe, Administrative Assistant, District Office, 17 years of service.
Thank you.
Next, Kathy Garner, Principal, Carlisle Foster Groves Elementary School, 30 years of service.
Thank you so much.
Next, Cynthia Hall, second grade teacher, Oakland Elementary School, 32 years of service.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next, Barbara Leonard, media clerk, Carlisle Foster Groves Elementary School, 19 years of service. Next, Carrie Moore, science teacher, Boiling Springs High School, 28 years of service. Next, Richard Morgan, bus driver, Transportation Center. Next, Stephen Pack, English teacher, Boiling Springs High School, 34 years of service. Next, Noah Rucker, Director of Food Services, District Office, 17 years of service.
Won't beat you anymore, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
You bet. Thanks, Tommy, please.
Next, Barry Snow, Custodial Services, Boiling Springs High School, 7 years of service.
Thanks for all your hard work. Appreciate it. Mr. Snow.
Next, Kathleen Thompson, Custodial Service, Sugar Ridge Elementary School, 21 years of service.
For all that hard work. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Enjoy this.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, young lady.
Me?
Next, Linda Watson, Director of Middle Level and Elementary Instruction. Next, Lisa Brownlee, Math Coach, Sugar Ridge Elementary School, 28 years of service.
Thank you, Lee.
Oh, I think they're gonna miss your smile.
Thank you.
Thank you for all you've done.
Next, Wanda Rabat, science teacher, Boiling Springs Middle School, 28 years of service.
Congratulations.
And our final retiree this evening, Vicki Weber, bus driver, Transportation Center, 17 years of service.
Oh, 12 years. I'm hoping you can sleep late. Huh? You can sleep late.
Yeah, boy, you come back.
No.
Thank you.
And I'll turn it over to Mr. Rector.
Good evening, everyone. I'm going to take an opportunity to thank public and the members of the media who have joined us tonight. Before I officially start our meeting, I would like to read a statement. And as board chair and the spokesperson for the board, I would like to take this opportunity to express my complete support for Mr. Radford and his ability to lead this district. His communication to us has always been appropriate and transparent. Our trust in him, our teachers, and the administrators have never been stronger. I would like to make it clear that our superintendent did in fact inform Spartanburg School District 2 trustees in 2022 that there was litigation pending against the district. Additionally, Mr. Radford invited any board member to contact him with questions. As this case is still pending, we cannot make any further comment on the matter. Thank you so much. With that, I will officially call this meeting to order. I declare a quorum is present and the media has been notified. In just one moment, Mr. McKillop will deliver our invocation. But before he does that, if you guys will all rise and join me for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank y'all for being here. If you will, bow your heads. Lord, thank you for this day and all gathered here as we seek your presence over this meeting. Thank you for the hard work, Lord, put in on a daily basis by our superintendent, our district and building level staff, our teachers, everyone who pours into our students. We thank you for that. Thank you for the retirees we are here to honor and celebrate their years of service to our school district. We are so proud of them and their leadership, and just for everything they've done and continue to do for our students. Also, I'd like to mention as we approach graduation this week, Lord, I want to say a special prayer for our students who will be graduating and moving on to the next chapter of their lives. We give thanks for their countless blessings that you have bestowed upon these graduates, for the opportunities to learn and grow, and for the teachers and staff who have inspired and guided them along the way. As our graduates prepare to embark on new adventures and pursue their dreams, we ask for your continued guidance and protection over them. Fill their paths with joy, Lord, while granting them courage as they face new challenges and wisdom to make sound decisions. Lord, let us always be mindful of the awesome responsibility entrusted to us as a board. And may we strive to fulfill it as you see fit. Help us to work together, keeping our focus on the welfare of the children, while granting us the wisdom and clarity to make decisions that benefit them now and in the future. Lord, thanks so much for loving us. Continue to watch over, guide, direct, and protect us. In Jesus' precious name we pray.
Amen.
Mrs. Horton has the meeting been notified. Thank you. And understand that we have one public comment tonight, and, okay. Outstanding. So, no other public comments. We have a recommendation, to approve. I'm sorry. Oh, well, excuse me, I've been informed that I'm skipping over the new administrators, and certainly apologize for that. But Mr. Radford, go ahead and introduce those for us.
Mr. Chair and Board, it is my pleasure tonight to recognize two new administrators for Spartanburg School District 2. First, I want to recognize Allison Swigert. Allison, if you please stand up. Allison is coming to us via Spartanburg 5 by way of Aiken Public Schools, and she'll be serving in the capacity of assistant principal at Rainbow Lake, beginning in the 24-25 school year. And we are so thankful you're here, and we look forward to you serving in our district. Next, Mr. Chair and Board, we have Mr. Brett Chappell. Mr. Chappell is coming to us by way of Pisa High School and East Henderson High School, where he's been a very successful head football coach. He is going to be an absolutely fantastic, great addition to our faculty and staff at Chesney High School, also serving as our head football coach and serving also as our assistant athletic director. We're so glad to have you in the Chesney and Spartanburg School District 2 community and to our family, and we can't wait till your family arrives as well, because you have a wonderful family to look forward to having them here in our district as well. Thanks, sir.
Thank you to both of those administrators for coming into our district. I know you're going to be a great asset, and we look forward to getting to know you guys a little better, and hopefully you guys can reach out to some of your friends and become a recruiting tool for us as well, and we look forward to that in the future as well. Now, if I think all the preliminary stuff is out of the way, we can move to a consent agenda. Our recommendation is that we approve items A through I on the consent agenda. What's the pleasure of all?
My motion to approve items A through I on the consent agenda.
Motion made by Mr. Kellett and seconded by Ms. Smith to approve items A through J on the consent agenda. Is there any discussion?
Yes, I have an issue with letter B in the consent agenda that has to do with the minutes of previous board meetings. One of the things I've noticed is that the votes that have been taken haven't been recorded correctly. And so while I think that the minutes are fairly accurate, I'm just requesting that the votes be recorded correctly going forward.
Would you like to state the nature of the problem?
Yes. You've been abstaining from your duty as board member for your voting abstaining, and it has not been recorded that you've been abstaining at all.
And we will make those corrections as soon as we have discussion. Hearing none, I will call the question. All those in favor? Any opposed? And that motion carries. 0-1. All right. Next item up on the agenda, I think, is our construction problems.
We appreciate y'all for the last board meeting of the year for y'all, so congratulations on getting to the summer, and I wish our summer was a break too, but it's not with construction. Got one more? Oh, sorry, one more. So under construction, we got Hendricks summer schedule. So at Hendricks, we're working on procuring the last little bit of material for the summer work, which is the casework and flooring to completely renovate the existing buildings that we did not build recently. So the building, the 8 classroom addition is fully done, and OSF has been approved by. Carlisle Fawcett Grove, we are working on the 8 classroom addition with 3 bathrooms. We are pretty much ready for final at this point. There's one more EDA testing that we're working on getting approved, and that's the last piece really missing for the final inspection. So there's really no concern of being occupied for a school start in August. Bowling Springs Middle School. This project is well underway. The overheads in the classroom wings are pretty much wrapped up. We're finishing up the last little bit of electrical details to get ready for an overhead inspection in 8 classroom additions, for the 2 4 classroom additions. In the gym addition, we're working on overheads now with electrical, getting ready for painting before the basketball equipment gets installed. The brick was a little bit of a delay on this project. The manufacturer actually burnt the brick. We do have the correct brick in place now and then started installing it finally. So we are glad that it has arrived, but we can probably get the building envelope secured and completed. At Bowling Springs High School garden office building, we have lumber being delivered. It's supposed to be done this week, maybe early next week. The trusses at the end of next week. You'll probably start to see the building finally go up in that place. And we are tracking on finishing this by August as well. Any questions on the construction?
Kevin, can I ask you, on that building, will there be like floor drains to, if they park mowers or whatever they're gonna park, band equipment?
It's supposed to be for band equipment, so there is no floor drains in either the tennis storage or band storage area.
Okay, I didn't know if they put 4-wheelers in there. I know we used to pull things with 4-wheelers. Okay, just wondered.
And what is our target date for completion? You may have just said it, but
in August, we plan on it done when school gets back in.
What was left on Hendricks? Is it finished almost?
Hendricks is fully finished. The 8 classroom addition is fully, OSF has gave us full occupancy. The last piece is the summer scope, which is we're going in the existing building and removing all the asbestos tile, ripping up all the flooring, ripping out all the casework, and replacing all of that in the summer, so the whole building is fully fresh and new with the entire campus. The only piece that's not getting replaced is the kindergarten addition that y'all did 12, 15 years ago. Any other questions? We appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.
Good evening.
All right, next up, I think we have Dr. Hinton, and Dr. Hinton, I think you're going to take us through the majority of this agenda.
Try to be brief and you don't want to listen to my scratchy voice. Most of what we have for the instruction team this month is actually informational. Every school in South Carolina, per state board regulation, sends a school summary report in April. And we certainly wanted to share with our board members our school summary reports. And you have those links that were sent to you previously. So we did have that information for you if we could entertain any questions about that. none, we'll go to our next item. We're very proud to continue the Scholars Academy, having children in the Scholars Academy and the Spartanburg County Early College High School. We're actually having our Scholars Academy graduation tonight, and we have Dr. Caroline Ford representing District 2 at that. So some of us are at the board meeting tonight. But you can see there that we have 8 graduates from Spartanburg 2 in our Scholars Academy, and we have 6 in our Spartanburg County Early College High School. And our directors and one of their wonderful students have prepared a message to our school board to thank you for your support.
If you would you tell us what it means to be in the Scholars Academy?
Absolutely, sure. Our Scholars Academy is really for the upper echelon of students, academically gifted students from all around all 7 Spartanburg school districts. It's a rigorous process. It involves your GPA, teacher recommendation, test scores, and then the students are interviewed by panel. And they don't know what school district the students are from, so that they get points from that as well. And then they select the students throughout Spartanburg County. And then the Early College High School is a wonderful program as well. It's for first-generation college students throughout Spartanburg County. And these students, once they go through the Early College High School at Spartanburg Community College, end up with an associate's in arts, and sometimes a little more credit than that. But both programs serve different types of children and serve in a way that we don't have necessarily in our 7 school districts.
Thank you.
And we'll hear from some of those scholars, early college.
Hello, I'm Melissa Deloach, the Director of the Scholars Academy for Spartanburg County Schools. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the seniors in District 2 who will be graduating from the Scholars Academy this year. There are 8 amazing seniors who are going on to do amazing things in engineering, in business, culinary arts, biology, psychology, accounting, and even aerospace. This is an amazing, diverse, eclectic group of seniors that have come from District 2 schools. And I am so impressed with them. I have to tell you what they've been doing for the past 4 years as scholars. Ethan has been our #1 volunteer. He volunteers for all of our service projects, all the time. Isabella and Haley, they bake us bread and bring that to us quite often. They love it. We love it. Evelyn is the editor of our yearbook. Elsie is the leader of the Red Cross Club. They do wonderful service. Elena is the editor of our literary magazine. Elsie and Melissa also work with the Pre-Med Professional Club. And Zariana is in the JROTC, and she keeps us moving, always popping in, telling us what scholarships she got and what wonderful activities and fundraisers and service that she's doing. So this is an incredibly diverse group of students that have come from District 2 schools and have been with us the last 4 years. We are excited for their futures, sad to see them leave us because they have been a huge part of our community of learners for the past 4 years. We have also invited 7 new scholars to join us, scholars who are coming from 4 from Lawrence Springs Middle and 3 from Rainbow Lake Middle to join us in our cohort 18 for next year. This year, we've had the pleasure of working with 36 students in grades 9 through 12 from District 2 schools. It has been a pleasure, as always. Amazing students coming from District 2. At this time, I'd like for you to hear from one of these incredible students, Ethan Castleman. He's going to tell you what he's been doing the past 4 years and what his plans are for next year.
Hi, my name is Ethan Castle, and I am a senior in the Scholars Academy. Through this program, I have been able to build strong friendships and further my academic progress. Also, this program has allowed me to take college level classes with a range of fantastic professors. This has allowed me to truly grow as both a person and as a student. To take advantage of my extended knowledge from this program, I will be attending Clemson University in the fall as an engineering student. This will help me continue to grow as I head ever closer to a professional future. Overall, the Scholars Academy has been an exciting and rewarding experience. So thank you for this amazing opportunity.
Now we'll hear a little bit from Dr. Loretta Kearns and some of the sketches.
Yes. I am Loretta Kearns, Dean of Spartanburg County Early College High School. Our sketches speaker this afternoon is Jaden Wallace. Jaden was referred to sketches by Ms. Tracy Harvicutt about Bowling Springs Middle School. As an 8th grader, she described Jaden as very mature, courteous, and ambitious, with an authentic personality and a strong work ethic. He was highly recommended by his teachers, who described him as a hard worker and someone who puts great effort into his schoolwork. He is a first-generation college student. Jaden has been an excellent student here, and he will be graduating from Bowling Springs High School in the top 15% of his class.
Hello everyone, my name is Jaden Wallace, and I'm currently a high school senior at Bowling Springs. Although my home high school is Bowling Springs, I spent all 4 years at Spartanburg Community College. I've been able to do this because I'm in the Spartanburg County Early College High School program, or Sketches for short. During my time in the program, I've learned a lot through the countless classrooms and lectures that I've sat through. However, I've also been able to learn a lot about myself. So I would like to thank everyone who has had a part of me being in the program, because all of you have helped me to grow. Before Sketches, I was a student who lacked confidence, always walked with their head down, and struggled to make new friends. However, this made a complete 180 with me being in the program, because I've been able to step out of my shell, make new connections, and meet new people. A major reason why I've had this boost in confidence comes from our student council elections. I've been elected class representative for the past 2 years, which has allowed me to make and establish connections with my classmates. They voice to me their concerns, and I go before the council to voice them. I believe that this is what Sketches is all about. Although it is important to make good grades and try to get the highest test average, it is also important to make connections with those around you. And the connections that I've made here at Sketches is what made my 4 years here feel like a breeze. My classmates have been always willing and able to help me when I was in need, whether it be needing to borrow a calculator, a piece of paper, or the notes from last week. They've always been able to reach out a hand and lift me up. And it's not just because I'm their representative. This has been going on since the beginning of the program, which allowed me to realize now that they've always had my back. This sense of community that I've built at Sketches is part of the reason why leaving to go to University of South Carolina is a bit scary. However, I know that with the skills I've learned from my teachers and my classmates, I'll be able to use them to make a smooth transition. At the University of South Carolina, I would plan on becoming a mechanical engineer, which is going to take plenty of work and determination. However, I know that I can get it done thinking back using the memories that I've had here at Sketches. Therefore, I would like to thank my classmates, my teachers, and the board who has allowed me to be in the program and take the necessary steps to success. Thank you.
For your support of these programs, and I know some of you were on the board when we created these scholars, the Spartanburg County Early College High School, and being a first-generation college person and a first-generation high school graduate. It's really near and dear to my heart. So thank you for your support. The next item, we just wanted to inform you of our summer school location, the dates, and where we have all of the wonderful learning going on this summer. So hopefully, I know that many of you get out and about in the summer and see what's going on in our Summer Learning Academy. So you can see there, we will have Summer Learning Academy at Sugar Ridge Elementary. And we have 2 middle school sites this year, Bowling Springs Middle School and Chesney Middle. So if you get a chance to go out there. And then we have, as always, our high school programs going on as well. We've got the dates and times here. So we look forward to having those programs up and running. And I've never seen kids that enjoy summer school as much as ours do. It's amazing. But it's a pleasure to go out and visit and see all the wonderful things they're learning. Wanted you to be aware of those dates and times. Our next item is our D2 Leads update. This will be our 4th cohort of District 2 Leads. And again, this is a program, we love acronyms. LEAD stands for Leadership, Exploration, and Development. And it truly is an exploration and a development program. We have guest speakers each month from the district office, from the schools, from finance, and having our teachers who want to become instructional coaches or possibly assistant principals, or perhaps work at the district office one day, or to be a superintendent one day, or the director of personnel. But to have them here and learn about these various jobs, it's been wonderful. We have 21 participants for next year in our D2 Leads program, so we're really excited about that opportunity. And we get to know those people even a little bit more outside of them being with the students, so it's a great program. Our next is just an update on our master's program at USC Upstate. It's a master's in applied learning and instruction, and we have 75 of our own teachers going through the program currently, and they will be finished in 1 more year. And we've graduated over 100 of our teachers already for that particular master's program. Last year, in collaboration with Spartanburg's 1 through 7, we also began an administrative program for our teachers, and you get so many slots because it's up to 25 teachers in a cohort. District 2 gets 3 slots, so we have 3 teachers in the program. This past year, they have 1 more year to go. We will have 3 more teachers starting that program in the fall, so that's exciting. I wish those programs were around when I was going through, but we're excited, and we're really, really grateful that our teachers can take advantage of those master's programs in instruction and in leadership. Just wanted to inform you of that. We also have a Teaching and Learning Team Teacher Leader Academy. This will be the 7th cohort, the 7th year that we have had teachers in this academy, and this is where they learn even more about the importance of leadership at the classroom level and leading with their colleagues in the teaching and learning teams, looking at student work, the data, making decisions on how they're going to serve those students best in the next lesson, the next day, the next week. We've had the pleasure over the past 5 years to have over 383 of our teachers participate, and we have over 40 teachers signed up already for next year's academy, so we're excited about that. And then they earn some renewal credit for their teaching certificate as well. And then we also have some summer conferences that our teaching and leadership team learning academy can attend, or really any teacher that has not attended these conferences. We have a 2-day creating high quality assessments workshop on June the 13th and 14th. And we have Dr. Kelly Pugh, former South Carolinian, a person who has been a superintendent. She's worked in my particular role, and she's going to work on creating high quality assessments with our teachers, and I believe we have over 40 teachers signed up for that so far. And then May 30th through the 31st is a 1.5-day workshop on sustaining the work of TLTs. So we're excited to have those conferences and opportunities for our teachers to earn renewal credits and to be refreshed in those areas as well. And last but not least, for instruction, summertime is so busy in instruction. We have over 198 teachers, K through 12, who are going to be working with our instructional team, writing curriculum. And we have new standards in ELA and math and science. So we've got to get busy continuing to design curriculum guides and do some updates to our current social studies guides, because y'all know curriculum instruction is an ongoing process and it's just a process of improvement. So we'll be working hard this summer and continuing to make improvements in the instruction. I believe that might be the end of our instruction. I was unless you have any questions for me.
Any questions for Dr. Henry? Thank you so much, Dr. Henry.
Thank you. I appreciate you all. Thank you.
I believe that brings us to item number 12 on the agenda.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Brooks.
Good evening again. Good evening. This evening we have 32 certified appointments for the 2024-25 school year. It is a recommendation from the HR department that these 32 new educators be approved for the 2024-25 school year.
We have a recommendation from administration to approve the 39 certified appointments for the 24-25 school year. What is the pleasure of the board?
Mr. Chair, I move that receive those certified positions as presented.
All right, motion made by Dr. Simmons and seconded by Mr. Gardner to approve the certified appointments for the 24-25 school year. Do we have any comments or discussions? Hearing none, I call the question. All those in favor? Any that are opposed? And that motion carries 8-0 and 1.
Thank you. We also have 3 administrative appointments for the 24-25 school year. This recommendation from the HR department that these 3 administrative appointments be approved in 2024-2025.
Okay, we have a recommendation from the administration to approve administrative appointments for 24-25 school year. What is the pleasure of our board?
Mr. Chair, again, I move that we approve the administrators for this year as presented.
Second.
Thank you. Motion made by Dr. Simmons and seconded by Mrs. Smith to approve the administrative appointments for 24-25 school year. Do we have any discussion? Hearing none, I call the question. All those in favor? Any that are opposed? And that motion carries 8-0 to 1.
Thank you. Last thing we have from the HR department is a policy update, policy DM. And this policy was provided to you all in the board minutes. This rationale for policy establishes the basic structure of dealing with cash in school buildings. And summary principles for its designee are to make deposits of school funds on a daily basis at the end of the school day or after a school event, excluding startup cash for curricular, extracurricular activities, or food services, startup cash. This recommendation from the HR department that policy first reading for model policy DM be approved for cash in the school buildings.
Thank you, Mr. Brooks. We have a recommendation from administration to approve update to policy DM, cash in school buildings, as the first reading. What is the pleasure of our board?
I make a motion that we approve the update to policy DM, cash in school buildings, for the first reading.
I'll second.
Was that Mr. Watson? We have a motion made by Mr. Schubeck and seconded by Mr. Watson to approve update to policy DM, cash in the school buildings, as the first reading. Do we have any discussions? Hearing none, I call the question. All those in favor? Any that are opposed? Mrs. Smith, I'm sorry, was that in favor or no?
That was in favor.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
And that motion carries 8-0-1.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Brooks.
All right, good evening.
Good evening.
Have in your board packet the general fund revenue and expenditure reports for the month of April, as well as the capital projects update for the month of April. For Carlisle, Foster Grove, Hendricks, and Bowling Springs Middle, we closed out the Oakland and Chesney Elementary. Oakland. Closed out those projects, so I've just included Carlisle, Hendricks, and Bowling Springs Middle for your review. I can answer any questions that you might have about those projects.
How did we come in on those projects that we closed out?
I don't have that with me, but I can bring that back. I'll provide that in the board grant. We did not go over budget, I can tell you that, but I can give you those balances. Next in your package is the first draft of the 24-25 general fund budget. And I'll walk you through that document. Stop me if you have any questions. But the first page goes over the projections for the local and state revenues for 24-25. You can see that we're projecting about $31 million in local revenues, which is about an 11% increase. Remember, this was a reassessment year, and our assessment values were updated this year. And then as far as state revenues are for next year, we're projecting about $95.8 million in state revenues. And that would be an overall 7% increase in state funding. Just note that the House and the Senate version of the budget was not the same, and so now the budget goes to the Conference Committee. They'll meet around mid-June, but throughout the process, we'll get updated state revenue projections. We'll provide that update at the next board meeting. So overall, we have a total of a $9.5 million increase in revenues for 24-25, and again, we'll keep that updated. But you'll notice that 75% of our revenues come from state funding. So we really need them to go ahead and approve their budget, but we'll keep an eye on that and keep providing updates on those. And then the next page are the expenditures. So this year's budget was $117.8 million. We've included the FTEs that the board has approved for our growth and for our administrative FTEs. Those are listed there. If we include fringe, the cost of that is about $4 million. And then we've also included a line to adjust our teacher salary schedules. Remember that across all Spartanburg districts, we pay the same teacher salary. We're projecting to increase each scale on the teacher scale by at least $2,650. And remember, our scale goes to 34 years. We've also projected the cost for providing all eligible employees with a step increase. And it's been our goal to match the percent increase, the average percent increase that the teachers receive, and apply that same percentage to all other scales. So we projected a 4% increase to all the other scales that are on the teacher salary schedule. And we also have a line adjustment for McCarthy-Tesler. The weighting for our special ed students was changed 2 years ago, and we're just trying to get that budget line in line with the new revenue funding that we received for that program that we pay to District 7. And then next are the state mandated increases. Bus drivers, the state dictates how much of an increase they receive each year. The value of their increase is 2.75% on the state minimum. We pay above the state minimum, but the cost of that value of 2.75% is $134,000. And then we have an 11.8% increase on the employer side of health insurance for this year. That increase does not take effect until January 2025, which is why we only include half of that in our budget projection.
What is that cost per employee?
The employee side does not increase as for us.
I said that wrong. Per employer. What is the cost per employee for our end?
So it depends on the coverage that we have. But I can tell you what those rates are. The lowest is around $6,000 per employee for the year. But if you have full family,
is $16,156 per employee if you have full family. If you're employee only, it's about $6,000. So depending on the type of coverage that you have.
And that's going up 11%.
11.8%.
Okay.
I know our teacher pay is consistent across the 7 districts, but is that true for like transportation also, bus drivers?
No, ma'am.
No.
Just required for teachers.
Okay.
So the overall increase on the expenditure side is about 9.6 million, leaving our budget projected to be $127.5 million. Right now, we're balancing the fund balance by about $489,000. We have a healthy fund balance. But as the state provides revenue projections, we'll update this document and get that back to you at the next board meeting. Then the next page just gives you that budget by function or by cost objective. So it'll show you how much is budgeted for kindergarten, first and third grade, 4th through 8th, guidance, health. It just gives you a lot more information or more details regarding the general fund. Right. And then I've also had the debt service budget, but are there any questions about general fund so far?
How are our student numbers tracking in relation to what they were last year? Because it has such an effect on the budget you're receiving from the state.
Trish, you want to update us on that, where we are currently as our numbers for next school year over this school year?
Right now, we're about 11,800. That's about where we were, you know, the kids come, kids go, kind of maintained.
So we have seen a bit of a decrease in the growth that we were seeing last year.
Well, it's slowed down. Some of the other schools are coming into our district, but we are adding kids at schools every day. It's slowed down.
Thank you.
I'll give you exact numbers versus last year.
Thank you.
All right, the next document talks about our debt service budget. So we're projecting 18.2 million in local revenues and nearly $1 million in state revenues, which is a total of 19.1 million. Our expenditures, our current interest and bond payments are about 10.2 million. Remember, we're still paying on Bowling Green High School. That'll be paid out in 2042. That leaves room for about $8.8 million of funding available for new bond issuances. So we'll come back in June and bring a bond resolution to cover the annual capital expense that we included in our capital plan. The next page is the calculation that shows how we're limited in how much money we can borrow. Remember, we're limited to 8% of our total assessed values within our district. So our estimated assessed values is 319 million. 8% of that is 25.5 million. So that's the debt margin, that's our debt limit. We currently have outstanding $106 million in debt, but we can back out the amount that was issued for a referendum, which is for the high school. So only 6.9 of that applies to our limit. So that leaves us with 18.6 million available to borrow without going out for referendum. Also attached the salary schedules that we're projecting to use in 24-25, just for your information. Any questions about the budget, general fund, or debt service? If not, I just want to talk about one other thing. We know that our Title I schools were CEP this year, so the students at the Title I schools receive breakfast and lunch for free without the parents having to complete a free or reduced lunch application. Next year, we're projecting that we're going to roll CEP out to all of our elementary schools and our middle schools. We feel like with the free reimbursement rates that we'll receive for the elementary and middle, we can sustain that program. So we do plan to apply for CEP for elementary and middle schools.
That's great.
Excellent program.
That's all I have. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brady.
Good evening, board members. I know my job is to talk about some of the good things going on. I don't know how I can top that all kids in middle school and elementary will get to eat for free. That's about as good a news as it gets. So that is awesome to hear. Thanks for sharing that, Brandy. I want to go back to our Bowling Springs Elementary singers. Weren't they fantastic? And I want you to know they did all that with that camera about 2 inches from their little nose. And they say focus and singing, but they did a fantastic job. We're always glad to showcase our talented students.
Adrian, I'll
Yes, sir.
tell you, now I visited her classroom as part of Board Appreciation
I remember
Month.
that, Mr. C.
And you also remember that she called me out twice for misbehaving.
Yes, sir.
So I know those kids are on their P's and Q's with her, but they did a wonderful job.
They did not misbehave. They did everything they were told. And they did a fantastic job. I agree with you 100%. Of course, this is one of the happiest times in our school district, graduation season. And it really kicked off, I know this week is graduation, the ceremony, but it really kicked off just a few days ago as we did our grad walks across our district. And it was such a fantastic time. I love when we do things. People don't realize how big a geographic district we are, how diverse a district we are, but when we get to do some things all together at the same time, it's really special. So it was nice to see all of our elementaries invite their alumni back to walk the halls. There was lots of hugs, lots of tears, lots of, I like the schools that pulled out the old yearbook photos and put those on the walls. It was fantastic. And I would say that imitation is the best form of flattery. I was asked while I was out and about by another district. They saw these photos and they wanted to know how they could organize this, how you guys were able to put this together district-wide. And I was happy to share that with them. I think this is a fantastic event. So I think our students enjoyed it. I think our teachers enjoyed it. But you can see it a little bit here. Our young kids enjoyed it. They kind of saw what's in store for them and a goal that they could have. They saw themselves maybe in the future as they shook hands with these stars. You would thought some pro athletes were coming through there. They were happy to see them. So that was a great day in our school district.
Mr. Chair, if I could.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Adrian, I just wanted to make a comment about the grad walks. I'm going to tell you something. It is an experience. I've never been in any district other than Spartanburg School 2 where that is done. I say it's not done in the areas, but I've not seen it. And it is truly a wonderful event. And the kids who might have gone to Chesney or might have gone to Bowling Springs, they come back to that one elementary school, the camaraderie is still there. I heard them talking in the hallway about how they sang a song about going to the water fountain. And they all remember the same song they sang about going to the water fountain. And we had kids, obviously kids, as their parents may get jobs and they move out of the district, they move across the state, they move out of the state. But I know at the school that I was attending this year, I had one young lady who was coming from Columbia, a school in Columbia where she, not going to graduate from, but she made it back to her elementary school to hang out with her elementary school friends for that grad walk. So it was really a tremendous event, and it's well received by our parents. Our parents get to come out. It's well received.
And Mr. Gerstnecker in the room, our principals do, and our elementary principals as well. They do a fantastic job. That's a big thing to put together. And they make it happen. They get buses, they get transportation. They do a lot. It's part of a bigger fun day, like a senior day type thing. So it's really a big deal and a big orchestration to put together. And they do it good. So fantastic job. All right, another big part of this part of the year is awards and celebrations of that nature. And this was a fantastic one. Our teacher forum, which is our group of teachers that kind of come together. They talk about different things in the district. And one thing they do that's outstanding is they fundraise for a teacher scholarship fund. And in the past years, they were only able to do 2. I don't know what they did. They stepped it up. Somebody put pressure on them, but they were able to raise this year enough to give out 8 scholarships to future teachers. I think that's important to mention. That these are all future teachers. They were able to give out 8 scholarships totaling about $9,000 for future teachers, folks that are going to follow in their footsteps. And it was fantastic to see that. And I think they try to do 4 from, or even number from each side of the district. So 4 from Bowling Springs School, Chesney High School. But a lot of credit goes out to those teachers who have a lot going on already, and they put their heads together and came up with this way to encourage people to become educators. That was fantastic to see. I know Trish just talked a little bit about registration. Registration continues to roll on. We continue to encourage our parents to get enrolled. We're about 63% of our returning students have completed their online enrollment. That's really good. That's about where we expect it to be about this time of year. And we have plans to continue on some different communications, get those numbers going up. That is good to see that about 63% of the kids that we expect to be back next year have enrolled, so we can make plans for them. I want to show you guys this video. Again, we talked about needing fantastic teachers in our classroom. We have so many fantastic kids. I think we've seen the light, and we are growing them right here, these great teachers right here in District 2. So one of the great signing day events of the spring, one of my favorite, is the Future Teacher Signing Day. This is from Bowling Springs High School. I'm going to let you, it's a video clip, and the students talk about what they're most excited about as they become teachers. And I'll just let you listen to their words.
I'm most excited to become a teacher, to meet all the students, and just make an impact on them and be a safe place for them. I'm most excited about connecting with my students. I'm so excited to build relationships with students and just being connected and all that. I'm most excited about teaching people. To make impacts on the children, like on everyday lives, and the impact we have on life. To decorate my own classroom and to make an impact on students' lives. And to be able to teach kids new things. And making a relationship with students and have the impact on their I'm most excited to impact research classes. Planting seeds for the next generation. To inspire the next generation. And to just build a relationship with students and just show them the love and just know I have the opportunity to make an impact on my students' lives.
Board members, I hope you wrote those names down. They'll be on an agenda one day when we approve as new teachers in our school district. I think a lot of them said they want to come back right here to District 2 to teach. That's fantastic to see all those excited kids. All right, now continuing on with signing day. Swafford also has a signing day. And theirs is exciting to see too, because these young men and women are going straight into a trade. They're in a job. A lot of them are already working in that job as interns, and as soon as they graduate, they're coming on board full time. So that's fantastic to see that we have these very skilled people going right to the workforce, and that we help prepare for that. But this young man's story was fantastic. Just again, it shows the diversity of things we prepare kids for. This is Jalarion Thomas. He's going to be a chef at a restaurant called The Modern in Manhattan. That's him signing his letter to go be a chef at a restaurant in Manhattan. I think that's how neat is that? You may be walking Manhattan on a vacation or something. There's our Bowling Springs High School student, Jalarion Thomas. And Mr. Radford knows a little bit more about him. I don't know all the details. Mr. Radford, if you don't mind sharing about that.
There's a backstory. He's a young man who, if I remember correctly, tried to get into the culinary class at Swafford, but it was full. I want to be in that class, I want to be in that class. And finally, there was an opening. Someone dropped or didn't get the class. He was able to join. He fell in love with culinary arts, and he wants to be a chef. And he was willing to give up his time, give his energy and his efforts. He has volunteered in restaurants in Charleston. He's volunteered in restaurants in other areas. He's going out and meeting some of the top chefs around the country and volunteering in there, taking his own dime, going and volunteering there, because he knows by having that experience, he can build his future. And now he's got the opportunity in New York City to serve at the Modern, which is that's a 2-star, 3-star restaurant in New York City. But this is a man who had a mission and was going to complete it, and when nothing was standing in his way of doing it, and he's done it.
So many of you are going to be in New York. Check out The Modern. Check out Jalarion's cooking. Let us know how it is. I hear it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna put this up here, and you're gonna say, Adrian, oh, what I did this? Oh, here we go. Oh, look at all that. Here we go. Graduation, we talked about them. In fact, it started tonight, our graduation ceremonies. We had sketches graduation this evening, and then tomorrow we have scholars, followed by McCarthy Tesler, Chesney High School and Bowling Springs High School. We're gonna be sure to be there to photograph those students on these special days and celebrate that. And hopefully you'll be able to attend some of those events as well. Now I know you're thinking, Adrian, we don't speak Spanish. Why do you got Spanish up there? I'm going to translate for you guys. I want to share this. This is part of a comment that was posted after one of our Difference Makers videos. I share those with you a lot because it's, I think, just an important way we celebrate people, show them they're appreciated. This is from the mother of our last Difference Maker. Her family's from Cuba. And just to give you an example of her first words that she said to us, the teacher, she teaches Spanish at Bowling Springs High School. She said, I'm here living my dream. And I know we started this year talking about cultivating excellence and the fact that our country, this community is a great place to do that. And so I just thought I'd share that with you. Just a quick translation on that. She says she's so proud of her daughter and the work and sleepless nights she's put in. And all she wants to do is give her students the love that they give her. And she congratulates her and she asks for God's blessing upon her. So I thought that was fantastic, just to show these Difference Makers videos do so much to put all the good things out there about public education and our teachers and our students. So I wanted to share that with you. And then lastly, I'll share the video itself.
We are here because we have a special announcement. We would like to recognize Mrs. Soler for her accomplishments as a first-year teacher. Mrs. Soler brings to class enthusiasm and a strong desire to impact student learners. She is energized by her students' educational journey, and she is determined to make a difference in both their present and future endeavors. As a devoted first-year teacher, she has faced trials with strength and grace. When asked about her first year in the classroom, she stated, "I'm living my dream come true." Mrs. Soler has a passion for teaching, and she approaches each lesson with creativity and strives to engage every student. Mrs. Soler's positive outlook and energetic spirit benefit not only the students in her classroom, but Bulldog Nation as a whole. Today, we celebrate Mrs. Soler as the district's nominee for the South Carolina ASCD Induction Teacher Award. Congratulations.
I just want to add a couple words, Mrs. Soler, just congratulate you. And we knew from day one back last summer when we interviewed and talked that you were going to be special. And just your personality, your enthusiasm, excited just for what you're doing for helping kids. It's infectious and it's second to none. And this is an honor that you most certainly deserve and have earned. And we're just grateful to have you at Bowling Springs High School. So I know the kids are. You guys are very fortunate to have. So there's your teacher. I know you know that better than anybody. So we're grateful for you. Congratulations. Thank you for all that you do. You're welcome. Also wanted to, Ms. Zelli also had a couple words that she wanted to share today as well, so I'll turn it over to her.
Ay, clase. Señora Soler tiene un corazón grande, ¿no? ¿Verdad? Sí. Sí, ella tiene una pasión por sus estudiantes. ¿Sí? Sí, muy bien. Jenny, you are incredible. You amaze me every day with your desire to do what is best for your students in a way that's engaging, but also exciting. Every day in the hallway, I can hear your enthusiasm, and I love to hear it. That's music to my ears. Every day, every person, every life you touch, they know that you're there.
Thank you, board members.
Thank you, Adrian.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. All right. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this brings us to Dr. Simmons.
Thank you. I just want to say to Adrian, he really missed a treat last week at Chesney High School. And the principal. And but the principal and teachers were in heels. And it was really outstanding. My husband and I enjoyed it. We miss you, Mr. Watson.
I hate not to be there. Maybe, I don't know.
We understood why you were out there, but that was such a treat. To see them walking heels and chains and put other heels on, that was awesome. But anyway, my purpose this evening is to give an update on what I have. I don't have a whole lot, but there were some House floor actions that were on the floor. And one of them were S-124, hiring non-certified teachers, and H-4280, the Educator Assistance Act. So this House amended and gave a third reading on this particular act. And I'm not going to go through and say what this bill is supposed to establish a pilot program that will allow public school districts to hire non-certified teachers, and this pilot program would permit districts to hire non-certified teachers of up to 10% of this entire teaching staff. And so this bill outlines certain academic evaluations and experience requirements that non-certified teachers must meet to be eligible to hire for this pilot program. It's back. Then there was the second, S-305, work experience and teaching certificates. H-42 Educators Assistance Act. Again, this amended act was also given back to the House to read for a third reading. So it's going back. And this bill will provide an individual prior work experience may be awarded an initial teaching certificate if the prior experience is in or related to the content field of the certificate existing. The certificate holder may also receive the same credit for prior work experience. This bill was amended, so instead of 1 year credit being awarded for every 2 years experience, this bill said 1 year credit will be given for each year of experience. Instances, the teacher's salaries, but that's in the teacher's salary. We'll leave that right there, but that still was on the floor. And there were others on the floor that did not really, but I wouldn't talk about, but the last one that was also returned back on the floor was the S-314 Higher Education Permanent Improvement Project. This was also returned back to the Senate to be revised. So those are the three that we might say that will involve our education or school. The other 14 or 15 are not involved, but just want to share with each of you that these were amended and returned back to the floor for third reading. This completes my update.
Thank you, Dr. Simmons.
Thank you, Dr. Simmons.
And Mr. Radford, I think you're up.
Well, let me tell you, Adrian Acosta gets to steal all the good stuff, and rightfully so, because we have a lot of great things going on in our district. But I just want to again just congratulate our retirees, and we had 28 retirees tonight, from bus drivers to secretaries to front office workers to teachers. We had a gamut of folks who are retired who have served this district so well. I just want to congratulate them again. We hope that we can get some of them to come back and continue to serve in different capacities. But it was just a great joy tonight to be hanging out with our retirees. We got a lot sitting in this room right now that I love and appreciate, and we'll continue to hope we'll come back and work at a later time. Again, graduations, as Adrian Acosta said, are coming up very soon. In fact, we'll have Chesney High School's graduation coming up this Friday. Can you believe that graduations are upon us? Graduation on Friday for Chesney High School. And then, weather permitting, Saturday morning, we'll have Bowling Springs High School graduation outside at Bowling Springs High School. Looking forward to our many graduates. And then also just knowing that, our teachers, we don't teach to a test. We teach our kids standards. We teach our kids on a daily basis what they need to know, and through those standards, and then we let the test results lie where they lie. But we've been going through state testing for the last couple of weeks. Those tests continue, and we have no doubt that our kids prepared and perform admirably on those tests. And with that, I'll turn it back over to you, sir.
All right, thank you for that, Mr. Bradford. And that brings us to the end of the agenda. I will invite our board members to submit your board feedback forms. And I want to thank the members of the community who have joined us tonight and also the members of the media. And at this time, I will entertain a motion for us to adjourn.
Do we have an executive session?
Before we do that, I forgot to mention that Stephanie was also there. And we had been paid to, I was paid to, I had $25 and I was paid to get you, Mr. Watson.
I'm sorry, I wasn't there. We had a death in the family. I would have been there.
I wanted to, Steph and I, we knew why you were there, but I had $25.
I'll make it up to you.
Thank you, Dr. Simmons. Was there another comment?
It was my understanding that there was going to be executive session after this meeting tonight. So is that still standing, or was my information given to me incorrectly?
I have nothing on the agenda.
Mr. Radford?
No, sir.
I made a motion to adjourn.
Second. I have a motion to adjourn by Dr. Simmons and seconded by Mr. McKillop. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, I call the question. All those in favor? Any that are opposed? That motion carries 8-0 We are adjourned. Thanks and good night.
Thank you, members of the board.
I'm sorry.
So Miss Lehman came out with the young we had to shoot basketball. And I volunteered, but that's my car. That's the way would you like to talk at some point in the future about your? Yes, sir. Both games. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Thank you. I always had my shoe size, but I never walked that any. So they didn't let me walk in them, you know?
And they didn't let any of the guys
None of us got
walk?
to walk in them.
Oh, I'm surprised somebody breaks.
I know, I told Dick I got to break my shoes. I got weak.
Oh, gosh. That-